I'd like to welcome you inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. Today's live stream is going to be a doubleheader. First off, starting off with middle school football. The Thermopolis Bobcats taking on the Worland Middle School Braves. After this broadcast, the JV team should be taking on the Wyoming Indian Chiefs out of Ethity. Should be coming up here pretty shortly, but for now, middle school football, I think this is their third game of the season. And they had a game against Shoshone. I believe they won that one pretty narrowly. And you're looking at the future of Bobcat football here. The 7th and 8th graders of Thermopolis Middle School will be kind of split in duty here between the 7th graders and the 8th graders for the Worland team. 7th grade will, I believe what I read, 7th grade will play first, 8th grade will be afterward. Thermopolis Bobcats are wearing the purple uniforms with a yellow stripe and yellow lettering. Bobcats on the back of their shoulder pads and the purple blank helmets. When I played 8th grade football, they actually had the Bobcat on the helmet, but I guess times have changed. The Worland Braves, I'm going to try not to say Warriors. Worland Braves are wearing white jerseys with a black helmet, black pants, and black lettering. I believe there is also Worland. And a couple of the student athletes down there have the spear on some of their helmets. Now, let's preface this by saying we do not have any rosters, so we will be referring to the players down on the field to get any. So, just a friendly reminder for our audience, after this, we will have junior varsity football for you as the Wyoming Indian Chiefs take on the Thermopolis Bobcats JV in a 9-man contest. That'll be coming up shortly after this game concludes. Middle school football on TBS territory for us. We covered the Worland Braves Thermopolis Bobcats game in Worland last year, so we ended our middle school coverage with them, and now we're starting it back up with them. We'll be here. We'll try to be here going to be here for the ride. Bobcats are going to get set to kick it away here. The Worland Braves still in the huddle here, trying to get their kickoff return team assembled here. Once again, beautiful 73 degrees and sunny here in Thermopolis, here at the beginning of the Big Horn Basin. Number 31 for Thermopolis getting ready to kick it away. And the whistle. And it's up, and a kick to the near sideline here, and it'll be down there. I'd like to welcome you back. You've got to be kidding me. And we apologize. We are going to have some internet interruptions like we have dealt with in the Tongue River and the Worland varsity games. The internet out here kind of sucks. So you're going to have some issues with the internet, and not much we can do. Hopefully when we go to Kemmerer tomorrow, hopefully the internet situation will be bearable. Same thing for Grable. Number 23 for Worland, I believe, is going to get set to kick it away. I can't tell if that says 6 or 8, so. Like I said, that LED needs to get fixed on that scoreboard. So a little bit of a delay in the action here. Got to remember these guys. I think this is Worland's 7th grade team that's currently out there. They're going to have their 8th graders come in later in the second half. So these guys still kind of learning middle school football a little bit. Of course, Thermopolis not quite the same numbers as Worland on their football program. And the kick is away, and a bit of a, I don't know if you can even call that an onside or a squib, but it ends up on the far side hash. It'll bring up a 1st and 10 situation for the Bobcats. Now, Worland drew first blood on their very first play. Let's see if the Bobcats can do the same here. Offensive guys coming onto the field for the Bobcats. And a very sizable crowd here at LeRoy Hayes Field. More are spilling in. Not bad for a middle school football game, but the fans love their Bobcats no matter what the age is. Bobcats getting set for their first offensive series. Number 81, slot near side. Guarded by number 6 for Worland. For those just tuning in, 6-0 Worland. Only 15 seconds have been knocked off the board here. 8-minute quarters in middle school football, at least in the state of Wyoming. Or at the very least in our conference. Worland using 5 down linemen. In motion, the snap. And it'll be a keeper by the quarterback. He's going to run near side, looks for the pitch, and he's going to get taken down by a tribe of Braves. On the near side, he did get a deep down. Will come up for the Bobcats. Next middle school football game is going to be in Grable on Saturday on the Buffaloes. And also a little bit of a program alert. Once again, coming up after this, Wyoming Indian taking on Thermopolis JV. That will be right after this game here on Two Basin Sports Network. We'll be here for both games today. We'll also be in Lander on Monday for a JV game as well at Bill Bush Stadium. A lot of football coming your way this September. The snap, it'll be a run for the number 31 here. He's going to run near side. He's going to break a tackle, break another one. He'll finally be brought down. Took 3 different Braves on the play to bring him down. And he is marked for a first, so that, I believe. So, and that will move the chains. First down, Bobcats. Purple and gold still moving the ball pretty efficiently here on this drive so far. So 1st and 10, Thermopolis. Let's see if they can keep the ball going here in their favor. Bobcats break out of the huddle. Friendly reminder who's who. Bobcats wearing purple, all purple. Worland in the white jerseys, black pants. The snap. And a fake. Oh, I don't know if that was a blown up play or not, but he's going to run to the near side. Quarterback keeper breaks one tackle. He's finally brought down by number 27 of the Braves. And the quarterback keeper gets him some yards. He turned kind of a botched play into something worth noting. It's going to end up being, I think, 2nd and 3 on the play. Bobcats moving the ball about as good as you could probably expect. And it just seems like the Bobcats have really improved their run offense across all levels. Rec district, middle school, and high school are basically just a run-heavy type of style of football. And one of the Braves jumps offside, number 52 for the Braves on the penalty there. So the Bobcats will be gifted 5 yards on that play. It should bring up first down for Thermopolis. You got to watch the ball. You don't move when the lineman moves. You move when the ball moves. Cats are kind of just same as the varsity game, actually, now that I think about it. Worland had so many mistakes, and the Bobcats, I mean, they're just sitting there thinking, we're going to get some free yards off this play. I just know it. And it ends up happening. Bobcats getting set 1st and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line in Braves territory. 6 minutes to go. The snap, and it will be a quarterback keeper. It looks like it'll be an option play here. Gets the pitch to the far side and a fumble. And it looks like it was recovered by the offense. So a very lucky break there on a little bit of miscommunication there by the QB and the running back. And I think they considered it a forward pass. So they'll bring up 2nd and 10. Very lucky break for the Bobcats on that play. Could have been so much worse. 2nd and 10 coming up for the purple and gold. It's a little bit windy here in Thermopolis. I apologize if it's coming through the microphone. We are outside. Bobcats lined up. Warriors got their lineman ready to go. Off the snap, it'll be a reverse here. Number 6 running to the far side. He's got some room if he can stay on his feet. And a fumble, and it's picked up by the Braves. Number 27 on the recovery. And that will get the ball back to the Braves. And that is a turnover that the Bobcats did not want. So 1st and 10 Braves. And that is, I guess the first one didn't really count as a fumble, but this one definitely did, and it really cost the Bobcats. They got to keep control of the football here. Got to hold on to the football. Monday's conditioning is not going to be fun if I know this, Coach. Turnovers are killers. The Braves. I'm sorry, it's a force of habit. Braves are going to make this one 1st and 10 off the fumble recovery, still pinned inside their own end. But if the Bobcats can get a good defensive stand here, they should get some good field position off the punt return. The snap, it'll be a pitch to the near side. He's going to run toward the numbers here, and he is taken down off a shoestring. Bobcats able to make a good stop there. 2nd down coming up for the Braves off of a gain of about 5. I guess you could probably argue 2nd and 4 here. The Warriors opened up the game with a incredible play. One play turned into a touchdown right off the bat. Obviously, didn't get that same outcome this time, but still a very potent offense here. Warriors coming out for their 2nd play of the drive. I got a receiver way off the line there. The snap. And it's going to be a pass play. He's going to throw it far side, overloading receivers. It's up, and it's caught by number 23 for the Braves. And he is brought down by, can't see the number, but it was one of the shorter guys out there, number 6, on the tackle for the Bobcats. And kind of knew that one was going to fall into his hands, but that one could have probably been picked off or at least swatted away, but the defender just did not stay in front of his man there, and it ends up being a complete pass, and it will get the Braves right in the Bobcat territory, 1st and 10. Halfway through the first quarter, it's 6-0 Braves. In a packed house here at LeRoy Hayes Field in terms of a middle school game. Worland side also pretty packed. If you can see on the camera feed, it'll be a run up the middle here. Number 27 with it, and he will get on in. Touchdown, Braves. Not the kind of drive the Bobcats wanted, and I think that fumble kind of showed the momentum of the there, and it was a 2-point conversion that was completed earlier, so it is now 14-0, so we apologize. The Warriors are going to try to make this a 16-0 game. Nothing. Warriors going to try for the 2-point conversion. It's middle school football, of course they are. You're not going to see any field goal, or you're not going to see any PAT attempts in these games, unfortunately. They don't teach these kids how to kick, unfortunately. They dedicate like a 1-day practice to it. And the snap, it'll be a handoff to number 23 up the middle. He's going to drive his way in. And the 2-point conversion is good, so the Warriors will make it 16-0 on the board here. Well, we'll take a quick break. Bobcats down 16-0. You're watching middle school football on 2 Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. We'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, home of the Bobcats. The Worland Middle School Braves taking on the Thermopolis Middle School Bobcats. It's middle school football here on 2 Basin Sports Network. Get ready off the kickoff. It's up and it's away. It's a pretty deep one, too. And this one's muffed by number 7. He'll fall on it. And it'll bring up 1st and 10. And still decent field position for the Bobcats. They'll get past their own 30 off of the recovery. That second line there was able to get a hand on it. 3:59. This quarter going by a little bit slow. But the Warriors have kind of stopped the clock with their scoring. You can see down there on the scoreboard, 16-0 here on the Two Basin Sports Network scoreboard. Bobcats coming out ready for their 3rd attempt here. They fumbled it inside the Worland side on their last time out. Looking for a bit of a different outcome this time. The snap, it'll be a keeper by the quarterback. He'll run to the near side. And a good hit there by number 24 on the tackle there. He's got himself quite a few so far in this game. Kind of heard a bit of a pop of the helmet there. It was a good tackle by the Braves. 2nd down and 5 coming up. $16-0 here in the second half of the first quarter. So the huddle here. Just waiting on the huddle to break, and the Bobcats will come out. Not quite as fast-paced as I'm used to. Bobcats lined up, one man to his right side. The snap, it'll be a pass play. First one in the game for the Bobcats. He's under heavy pressure by number 44. Gets one pass, breaks one tackle, breaks another, and a huge hit there by number 7, a little slow to get up there, but a great hit. Worland has had some powerful hits, at least by standards of 13 and 14-year-olds. But 1st and 10, Bobcats still off the quarterback keeper. Counter option with the run. It was going to be a pass play, but the pocket kind of just broke down. The line kind of did not hold that left side very well. It's a kind of a systemic problem with the Bobcats, unfortunately, from the varsity level on down. The snap with 2 men in the backfield will be a run up the middle. He's got a little bit to work with, and he is going to be dragged back, and he's thrown down to the ground by number 27 once again. So 2nd down for the Bobcats coming up. Again, for those just tuning in, wondering why we're using numbers rather than names, we do not have a roster. We're going to hopefully have a roster for the JV game after this, but I can't promise anything. Speaking of which, that might be Wyoming Indians bus pulling in right there. Bobcats getting ready, 2nd down, and I'd say probably about 12. Worland with 5 down linemen. They've been kind of going with that 5 set there. That'll be a run to the outside, and he is going to be brought down. He either lost a yard or he didn't gain anything. 3rd down coming up for the Bobcats. Once again, the run play just not able to do anything with it. Running back not quite really using all of his energy there. .138 to go here in the first quarter. Warriors might have a little bit of an advantage here because the Bobcats have to play the entire game, but right now what you're seeing on the field in those white jerseys is Worland's 7th grade team, I believe. The snap, it'll be a pass play. Able to get it off. It's thrown and it's caught. And he is past the sticks for a 1st down. He's wrestled down. He got a couple of yards extra, but 1st down Bobcats, and they have entered Braves territory. Well, the Braves are going to have to sharpen their spears and defend their territory here. The Predator is here. And if you're new to these broadcasts, expect me to use a lot of references to these two teams' mascots. It's kind of a thing here. Expect a lot of stuff, especially with the Kemmerer game. 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and what has been a pretty entertaining game so far. 16-0 Worland. Bobcats have had a decent offense. They fumbled the ball in their last time out, though, when they were in this situation. In motion is number 31. It'll be a pass play. Throws it over to the right side, and it's incomplete. It followed in. Try to Odell it there, but he can't quite tuck it to his chest there. 2nd down and 10 off the incomplete pass. That's one thing I will give the TMS team credit for so far, is they are actually willing to pass the ball. Varsity team just kind of gives up after a couple incompletions. But the middle school at least trying something here. Then again, I'm pretty biased. I'm a kind of an air raid type of person here. Sends a man in motion, 2 men in the backfield, making it 3. It'll be a run up the middle here for the Bobcats, and he'll be... No, he's still on his feet. And forward progress is stopped, and guess who? Number 27 is there on the tackle for the Warriors, or sorry, for the Braves. I gotta get that out of my system. At the rec level, they're the Scouts. At the middle school level, they're the Braves. At the varsity level, they're the Warriors. It's just kind of confusing to keep up with. And the horn sounds, and that is the end of the first quarter. And so we'll take a very quick break here. It's 16-0 at the end of the first quarter. You are watching middle school football on Two Basins Sports Network. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, home of the Bobcats. Middle school football on Two Basins Sports Network. 16-0, Braves on top. And the second quarter starts, and the Bobcats have a little bit of an advantage. Braves territory off of a couple of fantastic runs. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Actually, the reason they're in this position right now is because they actually had a pretty good pass. Here comes the Bobcats getting started. 3rd down and 11. They haven't had the punt all day today. It'll be a pass. He'll roll out to the right side looking for a target. Under serious pressure, he'll run to the far side. He'll gain some yards, and he's knocked out of bounds for a gain of about 2 on the play. 4th down coming up. They'll keep the clock rolling, though. 4th down, Bobcats. I doubt they're going to punt it. It's kind of like one of those 6-man situations where you just go for it no matter what. I think the Bobcats are keeping the offense out on the field as the head coach delivers the play call. Bobcats ready to go on a 4th and 9 situation. Worland's had a pretty stout defense all game despite a couple of close calls there for the Thermopolis side. Looks like a timeout. Timeout has been called by the Bobcats, so we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching middle school football on Two Basins Sports Network. I'd like to welcome you back as the timeout expires here. The Bobcats used their first timeout of the ball game. Took a little bit of time to regroup. Fourth down situation coming up. They're trying to get this converted here. In shotgun, the snap. A pitch to the outside. It's caught. He's going to try and weasel his way through the middle, and he is brought down as forward progress is stopped and brought down by a tribe of Braves. So turnover on downs as Worland will take over. Reminder to our fans coming up after this, Wyoming Indians JV team taking on Thermopolis JV for a 9-man contest here in the Bighorn Basin. So the defense will take the field here. Worland scored on their last possession. Actually, they've scored on both of their possessions today. First one was a massive touchdown run on the first play of the game. I'd say probably about 60 yards, probably. A snap. And a little bit of a blown-up play, and they'll get into the backfield and make a mess. A sack for the Bobcats. I think it was brought down by number 82 on the play. So second down, and I'd say probably about 15 for the Worland Braves. Bobcats trying to create some momentum here. They're down by 2 scores. And this Worland squad right here is making the most of their opportunity here because they're going to switch squad. Kind of like what they did last year. If 7th graders played first and the 8th graders came in last. I think it might actually be the opposite now, but a snap and a bit of a, might have been a botched snap there, but the Braves not able to get anything going there. Third down. Not exactly the best drive for Worland here, but in middle school football, anything can happen. I've seen drives just completely upended. You'd be in like a 4th in a Walmart parking lot situation, and boom, a kid breaks off a 50-yard run. That's kind of the beauty of youth football, actually. Expect the unexpected. Third down coming up for the Braves. 5 minutes to go here in the half. A 10-minute water break coming up for the purple and gold after this. Unlike our varsity broadcast, we're not going to have a halftime show. There's not really much to talk about. A flag on the play, and it's false start on Worland. Referees were right on that immediately. Didn't even have to talk about it. So they'll remain third down, I believe. 5 minutes still to go. Well, now it's third in a Walmart parking lot for the Worland Braves. I mean, a lot of people laugh. Doesn't get the same reaction here, unfortunately. But third down and extremely long here. Say probably 3rd and 22. A snap. It'll be a pass play. Worland under pressure. A little bit underthrown, but he'll catch it. Down the sideline. He stiff arms a man. Number 23 is going to run into the end zone. Touchdown, Braves. That's the kind of thing I was talking about. Not a great drive to start, but it can kind of get up. Certainly did right there. And Worland will make it a 22-0 ball game. And the conversions coming up. They've made both of their conversions today. Just don't watch the first quarter of the broadcast. That messed up the scoreboard. 4:43 to go, and off of a massive score by the Warriors, off of a reception. He caught it at about the 40. And just stiff-armed the man and took off from there. Now, unfortunately for the kid, we got it on camera. So, the snap, it'll be a run up the middle. He'll bully his way through. He's in for 2, so Worland will make it a 24-0 ball game. And a 6-man type of game here with the amount of offensive production. Are we watching Worland or are we watching like Farson? Just a fantastic offense so far for the Worland Braves. It literally is kind of like a six-man offense with the kind of yards they have been racking up. We'll be right back. You are watching middle school football on Two Basin Sports Network. If you're a company and you're about as passionate about Bobcat athletics as we are, you should consider sponsoring us. Contact info is kind of scrolling by in the little ticker down there. You can also call the phone number you see on the screen or the email to basinsportsnetwork@gmail.com for more details on your sponsorship package. Please, we need the money. I mean, we're using a webcam for a camera, for God's sake. Bobcats, a back on kick return here, and the Braves, I'm going to shake that eventually. And then when basketball season comes around, I'm going to call the varsity team the Braves. It's just how this stuff works. Not a very great game for the Bobcats. The offense has been okay, actually. That's been kind of the bright spot for the Bobcats, has been their offense, but the defense does, quite frankly, just a little bit of worse suits, I kind of noticed. Oh, and better playing surfaces in the state of Wyoming for a natural grass field. So I didn't expect that. Maybe he just lost his footing. Turf Monster gets everybody. Bobcats scooting up. They got 5 men on that front line in case of an onside kick. Great adjustment there by the head coach. The kick, it's a normal kick for middle school standards. It's going to land out near the 30-yard line, and it will go out of bounds for the flag. So that should give the Bobcats a good starting point here. 1st and 10 coming up on the game. Junior varsity football coming up after this. Let's just give you a little bit of a rundown for what the next week or so is going to look like. This coming Friday, tomorrow, I guess. I should probably start with what's coming up after this. After this, the Wyoming Indian Chiefs take on the Thermopolis Bobcats in a 9-man JV contest. That game's coming up right after this, assuming Wyoming Indian shows up, which with their track record I don't really count on. And tomorrow we head down to Kimmer, going through South Pass and the Seedskidee Wildlife Refuge as the Bobcats take on the Kimmer Rangers. The snap, it'll be a run up the middle, trying to push his way through. He's got some yards, about a gain of 2, and will bring up 2nd down. And we're back to what I was saying. Bobcats take on the Rangers tomorrow, kickoff at 7 o'clock. And then tomorrow we got to turn around and head back up to Grable as the middle school team takes on the Buffaloes. That'll be at about 9:30 in the morning. So a bit of an early one for us, but I always did like Grable Stadium. It's like, if you've ever been there, you know it's kind of like right there on the train tracks. So it's a beautiful view. When I was in track, that was our first meet, was in Grable. And I fell in love with that little stadium instantly. I also coached football games in that little stadium as well, so you know that I'm itching to go back to Grable and see that stadium, especially since they put in that new turf. A run up the far side here for the Bobcats. He's going to break free. He's still on his feet, finally brought down. Might not have been enough for the first, but we'll just see where they mark it. Marked down right at midfield. So in neutral ground here, maybe on their own 49, but it is enough for a 1st down. So they will move the chains. 1st down right on neutral ground on the 50-yard line. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Bobcats trail 24-0 here in LeRoy Hayes Field. Also forgot to mention the middle school team will be playing 9-man football when they go to Grable, so should be interesting. It's not really much of a difference between 9 and 11-man, but it'll be an outside run off the reverse. It'll be a run to the near side, and he's going to take the hit like a champ. Stood on his feet for a while there, but number 44 brings him down. Good hit by Worland, but a even better job by Thermop staying on their feet there. When I saw that hit, I was about to wince there for a moment because that guy was pretty big compared to the running back. The guy's kind of a small guy at running back here. Although if he's a 7th grader, then you could probably expect a growth spurt. Yeah, that's how my middle school experience was. The short guys just out of nowhere became big guys. So, these guys' growth spurt coming up. Two men in the backfield for the Bobcats, setting a man in motion. And it'll be a keeper. Looks like an option play here for the Bobcats. He's going to break one tackle. He's finally brought down off a gain of about 5. Actually, check that, a gain of about 3. So they'll bring up 3rd down. And it looks like 3rd down and 8, actually. Bobcats in the first couple of drives have had no problem moving the ball. Save for a couple of fumbles, or save for those fumbles, they actually have had a pretty good offensive day, but past this drive and the last drive have not been very fruitful for them. So let's see if they can keep the ball moving here. Halftime coming up, about 90 seconds left on the board here. Of course, running the ball is going to make it go by a little bit quicker. You can see the other guys over there warming up, so Worland is going to have a bit of a switcheroo here, and it looks like a timeout has been called by the Bobcats, so with 74 seconds left on the board, they will use their second timeout of the half. We'll be right back. 24-0 Worland when we come back. Like to welcome you back. Here is the Bobcats exit the timeout. Minute 14 left on the board. Bobcats trail 0-24 here in the second quarter. Braves have just had a fantastic game. Maybe not so much on defense, but I mean, there's still a goose egg on the board, but that doesn't tell the whole story. But the Braves offense has been the star of the show. The snap. In shotgun, it'll be a pass. He's got 2 men running to him. It'll be a low catch here. He's got the reception. He's still on his feet. Going far side, still going. And he's going to find a hole and break through. He's finally brought down. I think down to about the 20-yard or 25-yard line. So just a little ways near the red zone here. I think the clock will continue to run once the chain gang gets their stuff in order. Unless it got forced out of bounds. Clock continues to run. 55 seconds to go here in the half. Looks like the 8th grade team's over there warming up, ready for the second half. It's a bit of a long huddle. And it looks like another timeout in order. The Bobcats will use their third and final timeout. We'll be right back. Thanks for looking back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. And you're watching middle school football on Two Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. It's 2018. 25 seconds to go. Bobcats still have possession. 1st and 10 coming up. Use their final timeout of the half. It looks like it'll be a pass right to the air, and it's picked off. Number 23 for the Braves got it. He's going to run near side. He's got a ton of room to run. Low tackle, still on his feet. Fumble, and it's going to be picked up by number 27 on the play. Very lucky break for the Braves, but we got laundry on the field. .11 seconds to go. Let's see what the penalty was for. It looks like it's on Worland. Illegal block in the back on the Braves. Still going to be Worland ball, but they're going to be sent back a little bit here. Got to watch those blocks. Once enough upfield, you can't really set a block. So 1st and 10 Braves off of the second forced turnover of the game, and the Warriors almost got a turnover of their own. Bobcats almost picked up the fumble. It looks like he had enough speed to carry it, but unfortunately bit of a cut tackle there kind of forced the ball out. 11 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And Worland will kneel the ball. They'll let the clock run down, and Bobcats are going to get a drink, but the 7th graders for Worland are done for the day. 8th graders will come on and finish the game. But for the Bobcats, it's time for a little bit of water. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. Middle school football on Two Basin Sports Network. Brought to you ad-free for now. So enjoy it while it lasts. Speaking of ads, if you are a company that would be interested in guaranteeing that we can bring you every Bobcat football and basketball game as well as every Warriors soccer game, then you should consider becoming a sponsor of Two Basin Sports Network. You can contact us by the number you can see on the screen there below or by emailing twobasinsportsnetwork@gmail.com. And once again, for this, thanks in advance for your generous support and to help guarantee that we can keep Thermopolis Middle School and Hot Springs County High School athletics going. Oh, and I can't forget our friends at the rec department. Completely forgot adult basketball is a thing. We're going to try to bring that to you this coming winter. We actually have already been talking to Brian Parker about that and just waiting for the season to start. That's pretty much all you can do, right? Also, not to mention, Thermopolis Middle School 8th grade girls basketball will be coming to Two Basin Sports Network. Obviously, just can't really do 7th and 8th grade at the same time, pretty much. So, 8th, I guess we're just going to have to compromise with that. But we'll be bringing 8th grade girls basketball to you this coming fall or winter as well. Same thing for the boys. So, third quarter about ready to start here. It's TMS football on Two Basin Sports Network. The Worland Braves received the ball to start the game. Now they're going to start the second half. They haven't really done much. They've been doing a lot of kickoffs today, and the kick is up, and it is going to be touched by the 7, and it's going to be fell on about the 35-yard line. A little bit muffed there, but they do salvage the return. And middle school kick returns are extremely entertaining to watch. I guess not even just middle school, but like youth football in general is very fun to watch because they're still learning the game. And I hate to say this, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's really funny when hiccups happen. It's like they throw a pitch too high, a snap doesn't go the way they want to. And they shank a punt, stuff like that. It's pretty funny to watch. I feel mean saying that, but. So knock 2 seconds off the clock. It's going to be a botched snap. He'll fall on it to salvage the play. Second down coming up. It was going to be one of those jet sweep toss plays, but unfortunately did not work out the way that the quarterback wanted it. I was just talking about a botched snap, wasn't I? I was like, I said it was funny to see that happen, but. It was kind of hilarious, so let's be honest. Again, I don't say that to be mean. Second down, and I'd say probably about 13 or 14 on the play, maybe even 15. Bobcats in a pretty serious hole right now. The snap, it'll be a run up the right side for the running back. He is weaving his way through defenders. Finally brought down on the near side. And he did get a pretty good gain. He's past the original line of scrimmage now. About 3rd and 9 coming up maybe at the least. Yep, 3rd and 9 coming up for the Bobcats. And then, not the Warriors. The Braves are making a sub here. Speaking of Native American mascots, though, Wyoming Indian coming up after this. It's JV football on Two Basin Sports Network. This is Wyoming Indian Chiefs take on the Thermopolis Bobcats for JV football. In fact, I could see Wyoming Indian right over there near the equipment shed over there. There's no mistaking those baby blue helmets. So Wyoming Indian and Thermopolis for JV football coming up after this. 9-man football. The snap. Fake handoff. He'll run to the far side. He's got room. It's a fumble. And let's see who recovered it. It's a bit of a dog pile there on the far side. Bobcats have had a lot of trouble holding on to the football this game. And they flipped it to 4th down, so I think the Bobcats did recover it there. Which, I guess 4th down doesn't really matter anyway. 4th down and about 9, somewhere between the 9 and 10 mark. Bobcats need a seriously good play here to keep this drive going. And you know they're probably not going to punt it here. The Braves have two people playing safety back there. They've been kind of switching between a 4-front and a 5-front all game. The snap, it'll be a run, it'll be an option play, a pitch. It's very successful there. Weaving his way through. He's going to break through, and he is brought down very well short of the first. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Bobcats, but a very good run by number 31. And so it'll get the ball back into the hands of the Braves. TMS football heads up to Grable to take on the Grable Buffaloes, and then the next Saturday after that, they head up to Lovell to take on the Lovell Bulldogs. They're no longer the Mustangs at the middle school level. I think they're the Bulldogs again, and they used an AI tool to generate their logo, but that's beside the point. And then finishing off the season here at LeRoy Hayes Field the week after that against the Riverton Middle School Spartans. We'll have all those games for you right here on Two Basins Sports Network. Middle school football, gotta give the young guys as much as the older guys, right? The snap, run to the outside. Number 32's got it. Far side, still going, and he will get past the sticks for the first down. So Worland has, so far a pretty successful drive. Thought that was a first down, but it looks like he was marked just barely short. So 2nd and inches coming up for the Braves. Thought he got the first, but I guess he didn't. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Sun is starting to kind of set a little bit. So we should probably experience a night game here during that Wyoming Indian JV game. By the way, for those who are just tuning in, we apologize. The video is probably not the best. The internet here at LeRoy Hayes Field is not great, and I am getting horrible performance here. Like, that's dropping frames left and right. Run up the middle, he's brought down at what will be a first down. Hopefully the audio is okay, but I know that for a fact the video is not. So, yeah, that's why you should sponsor us, so we can get like a router or something, like portable Wi-Fi. And also, we need a serious upgrade with our camera. We're using a webcam. Breaking out of the huddle, here comes Worland. 1st and 10 coming up. Number 26 in at slot on the near side. Number 3 under center here. Not going shotgun here. 2 men in the backfield. No motion. He'll get a handoff up the middle. He's going to move up to the left side of the field. Breaks one tackle. He's going toward the sideline. Finally brought down near the 10. So a red zone alert for the Worland Braves. First down and 10 coming up for Worland Middle School. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and the clock will continue to run. Worland getting set up, 1st and 10. Next first down will either be a touchdown or 1st and goal. Clock will continue to run off the run play here. Under center. The snap. Hands it off up the middle on a dive play, and it'll be small gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. 2nd down coming up for the Braves. Looks like 2nd and 8 coming up here. So Worland breaks out of the huddle. We're ready to go on 2nd down and 8. One last reminder coming up after this. Junior varsity football. Thermopolis Bobcats and the Wyoming Indian Chiefs came up all the way from Ethity to play here. It's a shame it wasn't in Ethity. Wyoming Indian actually has a pretty nice stadium. It'll be a pass play, throws it over the middle, and it's caught. And he will get past the goal line for a Brave touchdown. Their first touchdown of the half. Well, very unfortunate stuff there. 30 to nothing here for the Worland Braves. They have just dominated offensively today. Absolutely incredible. Here come the Braves breaking out, ready to go. 155 left on the board here in the third quarter. 2-point conversion coming up for the Braves. Don't even think I need to say that anymore. Trying to get them offside here. It's going to be a fullback dive. And for the first time this game, Worland will not be able to convert the 2-point conversion. So great stand there by the defensive side of the ball. We're going to take a quick break. Worland up 30-0 here at Thermopolis. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. Once again, sponsorship packages are available for Two Basin Sports Network. Your support helps guarantee that we will reliably bring Bobcat athletics right to you, right to your TV, your Xbox, your phone, your computer, your laptop, wherever you're watching this on. Your support as a business helps guarantee we will continue to bring reliable Bobcat coverage to you right here. Thermopolis Middle School and Hot Springs County High School with some Hot Springs County Rec District events on the side. I'm talking more about adult softball and basketball, so your support will help us out there. Once again, sponsorship packages. For more information, contact us at twobasinssportsnetwork@gmail.com or call 307-388-9203. Worland getting set to kick off after scoring the touchdown. There are a bunch of ladies singing Journey songs down there. It's kind of distracting, but they've been singing Don't Stop Believing for like 10 minutes now. The kick is up, and it is going to be a bit of a squib kick. Number one will pick it up and run with it. So the first return attempt of the game for the Bobcats, that he is suplexed down at about the 25, 27-yard line. First and 10 coming up here for the Bobcats. 1:48 to go here in the third quarter. This game already almost over. It doesn't feel like we've been here very long. Well, time flies when you're having fun. First and 10 for the Bobcats. They have not had much success here so far in the second half in terms of offensive production. Their first quarter was actually not that bad, and like we said, they were in striking distance, but a fumble kind of derailed that. And I feel like that fumble kind of set into motion the kind of momentum that Worland would end up getting. Thermopolis kind of feels like they lost confidence after that fumble recovery. You know, they don't have the luxury that Worland does of being able to sub in an entire grade, so these guys kind of have to just play this game all the way through. Looks like there might have been too many men on the field there. Bobcats getting set up with a bit of a last-minute adjustment at right guard. And a far middle play there. Looks like he might have grabbed his face mask there. He's still driving. Second down coming up for the Bobcats. So second, and it looks like it'll be 2nd and 8, or 2nd and 9 at the very least. but definitely a gain of a yard or so on that play there. Bobcats are gaining yards, but they're just not getting the first downs they need. They do have a couple of those occasional really good run plays, or we even saw a good pass play earlier, and I think the Bobcats need to start going through the air just a little bit. It worked for them earlier. Snap and a pass down the near side. He's got and the turf monster gets him, and he's taken down. So it'll bring up third down on the play. Could have been a good play there, but the turf unfortunately got him there. So third down kind of, like I said, I've heard people say that this is one of the best playing surfaces for natural grass in the state. So I don't understand why it's giving these guys so many issues. I have never seen people slip this much. It's like I'm rewatching the Super Bowl from a couple of years ago. Clock continues to run. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Check that. Once again, they need to replace the LEDs on that thing. There'll be a run up the near side middle, and it will be brought down for no gain, it looks like. Okay, now here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. That is the end of the third quarter. We'll take a quick break. Bobcats down 30-0. You are watching middle school football on Two Basins Sports Network. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field, inside of Thermopolis near Hot Springs County High School. And it looks like all the action is going to go toward this, facing the north end zone here now, backed inside the south end zone, as they have switched sides for the quarter. Fourth quarter coming up here on TBSN. Coming up after this, JV football for the first time ever, actually, on Two Basins Sports Network. Even when we were considered Thermopolis Sports, we never covered a JV football game, so it'll be a new experience for me. But that will be coming to you here. And then Monday, we got more JV action coming up as the Bobcats go to Lander to take on the Tigers. 3A versus 2A battle there for JV. The snap. And for the first time this game, they will punt it away on the fourth down play. It'll go toward the near sideline, and it will go out at about the 46. Very good punt there. It looked like he kind of used the wind to his advantage there. But 1st and 10 coming up for the Worland Braves, as the fans from Ethity are now starting to kind of come into the stands. The Wyoming Indian players are all suited up. They're ready to go. They got their pads on and everything. They're just missing their helmets. Can't wait for that game. I've been wanting to watch Wyoming Indian play for years now. I'm talking years. So, I mean, it's not varsity, but it's still Wyoming Indian. So here comes Worland. 6 seconds been knocked off the board off that punt. And they're still in their own side of the field, but I have a feeling that's not going to last very long. So here comes Worland getting ready for their first play of the drive, under center. Pretty night and day between the 7th and 8th grade teams, how they're running their plays. This pitch, and it'll be a run to the near side. Number 32's got it. He's brought down by the Bobcats. It looked like number 2 on the play there. And that'll bring up 2nd down, and I think this will be 7. Number 8 coming off the field. Now number 5 is checked into the game for the Bobcats. Worland did not make any subs on that one. They haven't really subbed much today. Bobcats have done quite a bit of subbing, but Bobcats hastily trying to get in their positions here. The defensive ends were kind of switched around there. It'll be a run up the middle. And he is brought down for a pretty decent gain on the play. I'd say probably about 3rd and 2 coming up here for the Braves. And the clock will continue to run. I think Worland's just going to try and run down the clock here. I don't think they really want to run up to the score. I think they're just going to try and run the ball, pound it down the ground, and see if they can't run down the clock here. 6:40 to go. One more game after this. They'll be right here on Two Basin Sports Network. Tell your friends, tell your family. Everybody you know. We've gotten a lot of support from our varsity broadcasts to the point we're actually rivaling the radio station. So just keep it going. Keep showing your support. 6 minutes to go. And it'll be a run up the... Second down and 6 coming up. The internet is really starting to take a dump on us, so we apologize. How come always at the end of the game it always decides that it doesn't want to work anymore? We might not even be able to broadcast the Wyoming Indian game if this keeps up. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Halfway through the 4th quarter here, I guess 30 seconds from halfway. The snap, it'll be a pass play, drops back, throws a bullet, and it's caught, far side. Stiff arms, one man, still going far side, still on his feet, down to the 10. If anybody from Hot Springs County School District is watching this, you seriously need to get like a signal booster out here, or get like separate Wi-Fi for LeRoy Hayes Field, because this is actually starting to really tick me off now, because it continues to just cut in and out of connection, and it's getting ridiculous. It really is. So while that, we were disconnected. Worland is now down inside the 5. So with that, it is 2nd and goal. Thermopolis trying to bunch in, seeing what they can get. And then there's a lot of pressure there. He is brought down in the backfield, number 31 on the tackle for the Bobcats. And quarterback just had nowhere to go on the play. And it brings up 3rd down for the Braves. 3 minutes to go here in the game. Once again, Wyoming Indian playing next, JV 9-man football. Pretty interesting. You don't even need to move the markers up or anything. 9-man field is pretty much the same as 11-man in this state. Same applies to South Dakota, I believe. Worland getting ready, 3rd down and goal. The snap, handoff up the left side, and one man had missed his tackle, but a bit of a cleanup tackle there. He'll get back to the 5-yard line. 4th down coming up as the Bobcats try to make a goal line stand. And you can see right there on the camera, Wyoming Indian is starting to walk to their bench here. The Chiefs of Wyoming Indian High School. I think Ethity is like an hour and a half from here, so not really that bad of a drive. Worland getting set up on 4th down. Under center. And Bobcats jump offside, so that's going to be a flag coming in, and that could make things a lot more difficult for the purple and gold to hold here. And it's encroachment on the Bobcats, so let's see how it's like half the distance. So 4th down, Bobcats, It's a little bit more difficult now because the ball's moved a little bit more forward, but here come the Warriors. The Braves. The snap will be a quarterback sneak up the middle. And is he in? Not according to the referees. He's inches short. Well, that's both good news and bad news for the Bobcats. The good news is they prevented the touchdown, I think. Bad news is they're pinned inside their own inch here, which makes it extremely... If they can't move the ball forward, then that is a safety waiting to happen. .107 left in the game here, and they are going to measure it. Man, this game getting serious now. And let's see here. I missed the official call there, but looks like it's going to end up being first down Bobcats. Or first down Warriors, my bad. Or Braves. Jesus. So the clock will run off the running play here. 50 seconds left in the game. As you can see, Wyoming Indian starting to warm up over there on that side of the field. The snap. And it'll be a pass play. Throws a bullet, and it's caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Braves. Just had to get a couple of fantasy points there. 36-0 here. And what's been a blowout win for the Worland Braves. The Thermopolis Bobcats will take on the Grable Buffaloes on Saturday. And we're going to get the Braves upcoming game for you soon. So Worland getting ready for the 2-point conversion here. Getting ready for the snap. And a fake handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to run it into the end zone. Didn't even have to sprint. And that's going to be 2 on the board for Worland to make it 38-0. For the Braves. And with that, they'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. 37 seconds remain when we come back. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. Well, the Worland Braves have 3 more games left after this in their middle school football season. Burton's will be their final road game. That's coming up on the 28th. So 3 more games left for Worland. As for Thermopolis, obviously they're playing Grable next, and then they got to play Lovell, and then they end the season against Riverton. Worland getting set to kick it away. 37 seconds left on the board, and then it's time for JV action. Wyoming Indian coming up from Ethity to play here. And here he comes on the kick, and it'll be a bit of a squib kick. It'll bounce on the ground. He's going to catch it. He's going to run with it down the near sideline, trying to get anything he can. Runs up the middle. He's going to run far sideline past the 40. He's going to run upfield past close to midfield. And he is brought down just short of the 50, down to the 48 or so yard line. 26 seconds left to go here. And a timeout called by the Bobcats, so we'll take a quick break. I'd like to welcome you back. Final 26 seconds left. Don't ask me why they called a timeout. Thermopolis Bobcats lined up on the track now. They're ready to go. JV game coming up right after this one. And then that is all the football for the night. But tomorrow we'll be in Kemmerer as the varsity team takes on the Kemmerer Rangers. One of the best defenses statistically in Class 2A right now, so it should be a good one. Bobcats defense also pretty stout, coming off a loss to the Worland Warriors. A run to the near side here for the Bobcats. The quarterback got it on the keeper, and he is dragged down by number 10 of the Braves. And looks like we got an injured Bobcat down there on the sideline, so we'll be right back. I would like to welcome you back, and they let the clock run, and the game has concluded as the Worland Braves have taken down the Thermopolis Bobcats 38-0 here at LeRoy Hayes Field. Coming up next, JV football as the Thermopolis Bobcats JV take on the Wyoming Indian Chiefs for 9-man football. And we'll be there for this game. We'll be right back in just a moment. 38-0 the final score from LeRoy Hayes Field.